rather than like
your own personal.
yeah, you
like,
can have your own personal superstitions about things, but I think the main part of a superstition is its origin from different countries.
Yes. One that I don't really think about often, but is like the Bloody Mary myth. And it's like, I don't know if it would really happen, but I'm like too afraid to try.
Like when you're about to get to the third one, you're like, no, I can't do it.
Like just in case.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I say bless you when someone sneezes as if they were in need of a blessing from
That
supernatural
is a
protection.
good one. I never thought about that superstition. Anyone else? I know for me, I grew up as a dancer, and so every time before we would go on stage, we had to do like this certain, it's called a chop suey, and it like gets you ready to turn. And I could not go on stage unless I did those, because then if I didn't do them, I wouldn't be able to turn on stage. So those are mine.
You can't say like
A lot of
Yeah.
cultures have unlucky numbers. For China, the number 4 is unlucky because it sounds like the Chinese word for death. In America, there's a common fear of the number 13, which is actually a phobia. It originated because Judas, who betrayed Jesus, was the 13th person seated at the Last Supper. In Japan, the number 9 is feared because it sounds like the word for torture and suffering. In Italy, they have like America, they have a fear of Friday and then numbered. Like, they fear Friday the 17th, which is unlucky because rearranging the Roman numeral for 17 creates the word, which translates in Latin to "my life is over." In Afghanistan, the number 39 is unlucky because it translates to "mortigau," which means dead cow, but it's also a slang term for a plural for of prostitutes, which is a pimp. And the world has an overall fear of 666, which is also a phobia, and it comes from the Bible in the book of Revelation. John the Apostle refers to 666 as the number of the beast, and this beast is interpreted as the Antichrist.
Okay, so these are some house and home superstitions throughout cultures. In America, if you move an old room into a new house, you're going to bring all of your bad luck from the old house to the new house. In the Philippines, if you scatter coins around the living room of a new room, you will have financial prosperity. In West Africa, sweeping your house at night will brush away your good luck. And in Spain, if they leave their bedroom windows open on November 1st, that will bring bad luck to you, because that's the day that the souls roam free. So these are just common superstitions that everyone knows about, but you never really think about where they came from. You just know not to do them. So walking under a ladder. This actually comes from the way a ladder forms a triangle when it's standing up. And so that is, the triangle is said to represent the Holy Trinity. So if you walk under it, you will be in league with the devil. Spilling salt is thought to be an invitation to let the devil in. And then also, salt used to be very, very expensive. So if you spilt the salt, you were wasting it. An open umbrella is traced back to the early Egyptians, and they only would open their umbrellas to the sun. So it wasn't actually used for rain when they were first invented. So if you were opening your umbrella inside, you were offending the god of the sun. Step on a crack. This one is very interesting, and you would have never really thought that this is where it came from. But it started when racism was really prevalent. And the original sayings for stepping on a crack were, step on a crack and your mother's baby will be black, and step on a crack and your mother will turn black. And knocking on wood dates back to pagan times, and it was believed that if you were to knock on the trees, that the spirits that were living inside of the trees would come to you and you were calling them for protection. Okay, so now we came across some very unusual superstitions from different countries and different areas around the world. So we're going to have like a little trivia game. So we have a few of the Okay, so yo-yos are banned because they are believed to bring a drought.
Oh, you're not guessing.
They are. After. If you sleep with your fan on, you will die. If you chew gum after dark, it will turn into dead flesh. If you beat animals, you will be cursed with a hairy baby. If you eat and get in the water within 3 to 4 hours, you will die. And instead of knocking on wood, this country touches their left ball or their left boob. So now, yeah, they're really crazy. So now, just like for the first one, does anyone think that they know which country this superstition belongs to? Yeah. Anyone? You can just shout out a country.
Korea.
Argentina.
Argentina. Anyone else have a guess?
Yeah.
Shoot for Syria.
You're gonna shoot for Syria?
Out there.
Yeah, it's Syria.
Wow.
So yo-yos are banned in Syria.
Wow, it's like, I didn't know that.
So if you're ever in Syria, don't like whip out your yo-yo. Okay. If you sleep with your fan on, you will die. Which country?
Argentina.
Argentina.
Turkey.
Gonna shoot for Argentina again?
Alright, it is Korea. So, which is like, I would not be able to do that because I have to sleep with a fan like on my face. So, okay, if you chew gum after dark, it will turn into dead flesh.
Turkey.
Okay, it is Turkey. Turkey. Yeah. If you beat animals, you will be cursed with a hairy baby.
Romania.
Italy.
Romania.
Yeah. Romania. Yep. If you eat and get in the water within 3 to 4 hours, you will die.
Argentina.
And this one's like kind of interesting because we kind of have that same superstition, like don't get into the water after 30 minutes or else you're gonna get sick after you eat. But they just kind of took those to the extreme and thought they were gonna die. Okay, so the last one, instead of knocking on wood, they touched their left ball with their left boob. And that goes to Argentina. So, very interesting. Yeah.
Alright, so there are also superstitions about relationships. In Russia, you would never, ever want to give your significant other an even number of roses or flowers because an even number is associated with funerals and with death. In Korea, if your partner has a mole or beauty mark beside their mouth, they're considered to be unfaithful. So if your significant other has something beside their mouth, you might want to question that a little bit. In China, a bride should cry between 15 and 30 minutes before her wedding so that she'll be happier in her marriage. In Texas, if you count 50 white horses, the next man you shake hands with is who you will marry. In Africa, if you have a dream about fish, as everyone does, you or someone you know is pregnant. In Egypt, the guests pinch the bride on their wedding day because it's thought to bring good luck. So imagine if you had 1,000 people at your wedding, how many pinches you would get. Bermuda, a couple tops their wedding cake with a sapling to grow at their new home. So it's like as their love grows, the tree grows with them. And then, so we have to keep in mind that as we're teaching people from other countries, they have different superstitions than we do, so obviously there are things that we think are going to be weird, like the Argentina one. So we have to keep in mind that they are different, and some of the ones that we hold are super, super weird and kind of seem really strange to other people as well. So we have to keep in mind that there are cultural differences, but just because they're different doesn't make them, wrong or weird or anything like that.
So, if you have a kid in your class touching her left boob, like she might be from Argentina, so you might want to ask her first. So yeah, that is all. And if you guys want to take our survey, it's right there, and then it's also up there.
Also, are there any questions or comments or
Any other
things that you
superstitions you thought of that you have? No? Alright, thank you.
That was really good.
Yeah.
TESOL. Thursday morning.
It's, yeah.
Isn't it like?
You like to talk. People know that about me. You're good at.
TESOL, there's an app for that. Oh, you should come to the
No, she said
Oh, so you think they were
I will say, when you're going, just text me what your little like link is and I'll go take it, but I won't be here. Yeah, it's the
Yeah, we have
posters.
to post the presentations and then we can.
And then lunch and entertainment. Oh. Dude, you know what, you guys should like play very superstitious.
Yeah,
Very superstitious.
when I made the quiz, I put superstition is.
Is the way. Sorry, that's just my